she noticed something terrifying. Her shadow stopped copying her.
Rain fell softly over the city the night Amara first noticed it.
She was returning home from school, walking beneath flickering streetlights, her backpack hanging loosely from one shoulder. The streets were almost empty except for the occasional passing car and the distant barking of dogs.
Then she saw it.
Her shadow stopped walking.
Amara froze instantly. Under the yellow streetlight, her body stood still, but her shadow had taken one more step forward before slowly turning toward her. At first, she laughed nervously.
Okay, I'm tired. She stepped to the left. Her shadow copied her. She stepped to the right.
Again, normal. Amara shook her head and continued home, convincing herself it was just her imagination. But that night, something felt wrong.
While brushing her teeth, she noticed her reflection in the mirror seemed delayed by half a second, tiny, almost unnoticeable.
Then, when she turned off the bathroom light,
she saw her shadow still standing in the mirror, watching her. The next morning, things became stranger.
At school, her friend Toby joked that she looked pale.
You look like you saw a ghost. He laughed. Amara forced a smile. During lunch, she glanced down beneath the cafeteria table and nearly screamed. Her shadow wasn't matching her movements anymore. Everyone else's shadows moved naturally across the floor beneath the sunlight pouring through the windows, except hers. Her shadow sat perfectly still,
its head tilted upward,
looking directly at her.
That night, Amber couldn't sleep. Every time she closed her eyes, she felt someone standing beside her bed. At exactly 3:13 a.m., she woke suddenly. Her room was dark,
silent.
Then she noticed something impossible.
Her shadow was visible on the wall, even though there was no light. And slowly, it moved. Not with her, on its own. Amara pressed herself against the wall, unable to breathe as the shadow peeled itself away from the surface like thick black smoke. It stepped onto the floor, tall, human-shaped, but wrong.
Its arms were too long.
Its smile stretched too wide, and its eyes, empty white holes.
Then it spoke in a whisper that sounded like many voices at once.
You noticed me. The creature explained that shadows were never reflections. They were watchers, copies assigned to every human at birth. Most remained silent forever, but sometimes a shadow became aware, and once it did, it began wanting more. It wanted a body. Over the next few days, Amara became weaker while the shadow grew darker and more solid.
People around her started acting strangely too.
Her mother forgot conversations they had hours earlier. Teachers called her by the wrong name. Even mirrors stopped showing her clearly. It felt like reality itself was slowly replacing her. Then came the worst part. One afternoon, Toby stared at her in confusion and asked, Sorry, have we met before?
Amara's heart dropped.
She was being erased.